children. I don't like. This is who the Republican Party is. It's really important for people to understand that. So when you hear their critiques on corporate America, it's never about corporate America policing you. It's always about like this positive message corporate America put out about Black people. They're so woke. We're so against that. That's not economic populist. That's how same old in the Republican Party. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah. So one of the interesting things of that interaction was how nobody fans. He kept interrupting Matt Gaetz and kept saying, "I don't remember." But if you notice, he said, "We're going to do that later."
Right.
And I know you tip your hand anyway. But Ed is a little nervous because he knows that a lot of people watching him are old. That's the great majority of Republican voters. And so they're nervous about Social Security and Medicare. So I was like, no, that never comes up with plan. That's later, man. That's later. When we gut them and we take all the money and we give it to ourselves and to our corporate government. Snap later. Meanwhile, let's go get the poor, the middle class, whoever else is got issues. Oh, your family, you couldn't afford insurance, you were on Medicaid, your kid got cancer. That's tough luck. Hey, rob them first, Matt. Rob them first. You know what there's $1 trillion in savings. That's $1 trillion that's put it down to people who need it, that are poor or yet from middle class, because look at minimum wage. Look at people get actually
get together,
right?
Got that together.
Get Medicaid. So they're saying $1 trillion of wealth redistribution.
7 p.m. Windows system
UI.
Get it going.
I'm giving it to the people who need it the least. They're going to take that and they already gave $2 trillion in taxes to the rich under Trump. They're planning more tax cuts. And where are they going to get the money? They're going to get it from you.
Entering dialogue. Exit.
Sounds about right. So,
3 of 12.
what is good? What is going down? What is the business, everybody? You are now entering into the room of the Blind MC, your host of this evening. Peace and love to everybody tapping in.
Double tap to activate.
We are here to get motivated.
Restart.
So let's do it. Let's do what we do
Back.
and talk about what we have to talk about today. Because today is Motivation Monday. It's a Monday in February.
0 expanded.
It's the
Unknown
first
artist.
week of Monday. It's the
Selected. VS50. Minimize. Button.
week,
Expanded. Unknown artist.
full week. of
Play
the
video.
month.
Button. Expanded. Unknown
you know,
artist. Play video.
Just
Button.
go ahead and let's do what it do. You know,
Roulette
got a whole
dog.
new year, baby. Got a whole new year and a whole new month right now. So you know what it is. Let's go get it. Shit alive out. Fuck it. Talk to your boys, B. Biz. What up, Fly Life? What's goody? So yeah, man, you know I'm motivated today as always. I'm always every day highly motivated. I'm just trying to get everybody together. So please do me that solid. Share this live with a blind brother like me on the live, brother. You know how I go down when we live, brother. Talking real shit. Got a question for y'all too. Quick. Let me know. Anybody got a topic for tomorrow? Because I'm just asking for myself. Freestyling here with nothing left on a Monday. Damn, that's a one day thing. Because I ain't got a runway. Hey, I'ma spit while I be sitting here trying to people that say what I'ma say. I'ma do what I do and play how I play. Hold up. Oh no, tell them to hold up. Got problems, need to slow up. Yeah. So just so you know, just getting everything out there, letting everybody know what's up. Hey, we are still taking anybody that would like to vote or to be put in on the listing for the next upcoming interviews, whether it be today, tomorrow, or Thursday. We have them set up for you each of those days during our live stream. So if you are an artist, small
Page 3 of
business,
101.
entertaining
Harlem.
someone, or a business of any sort that is looking to get a little exposure, a little more push out there for your brand, let me know. Your boy is out here for you. And I'm also going to be doing dope interviews with artists themselves to get their word in their voice out there, as well as a little bit of background about who they are and where they're from and what drove them to these career goals. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing here on the Peasy Show this year. We're going to start pushing real hard. So if you're out here and you're looking to get in on that, just let me know. Drop me a DM. Hit me up. You can email me as well. I'll take those as well. I'll take them. I'll catch you up on everything you need to know, how we're going to do it, how we can do it, and set it all up for you guys so we'll have it lined up. What's motivating me this week is the fact that starting next week, next week will be me starting my first day back on another job, get another work experience training I'm working in right now, where I'm going to be doing some stuff, trying to get some bread, you know what I'm saying, for the next couple months. So if I happen to not show up on the live, you know why. It's because I'm overly tired, but I'm working during the day. So that's the other thing. But at the same time, so I'm hoping to, keep myself energized and full of the energy that I've always had and kept with me to keep me in good spirits through this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what to do. Tonight, like I said, we just here to talk to you, chop it up with you. And if you're interested, you're in that section, you're in this stream with us right now, and you tuned in, you can do one of two things. If you're over there on IG, you can request to join right now. As always, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you're over there on the linear platforms like Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, and you just so happen to be tapped into the stream, please do me that solid. If you're wanting to get on this stream, you can do one of two things. You can click that link that is pinned in the comment section for you. If you don't see it, click on the link provided to you guys in the description for you on this stream, and that will hook you guys up with my Discord server. You can get access to the live stream and more. So there's so many ways to stay connected here with the Peasy Show. We just like to do that so you guys have the option. You know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing because it gives everybody the opportunity to, at their leisure, as comfortable as they want to be, come through and lounge with me in this clubhouse apparel type scene. You feel me? Because this is all we like to do here. We chill, we talk, we chop it up with you about real life situations, whether it be about what's going on in the news today, what could be possibly taking place in your local area, and others. You know what I'm saying? So we break down these conversations and we talk about a lot of different things in that aspect. So it's kind of what we do here. It's a routine conversational thing that we do on the show. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if anybody wants to be a part of that, it's all up to you. It's only thing you have to do is ask. My mom always said a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't ask, you will not know you are able to receive. So I feel like if I don't tell, then you won't know. So for all of you guys that's out here, if any of you are catching this now or you're catching on the recap, please do me that side. If you're interested in any of these informational tips that I've hit you with earlier on in this video, do make the point to get in touch with me. contact me via email, or you can hit me in the DMs over here on IG. I'm always responding. I try to make sure I catch everybody. Sometimes I come, late. Messages come late. I don't get them. I'm on East Coast, Western Hemisphere time. You know what I'm saying? So if I just so happen to miss your message, it's because, I probably passed out from working or tired and shit. And I, man, I had some other things to do. But I will get back to you as soon as I can, as soon as the messages become received. I usually do not ignore people that get to me as far as when it comes to what we do here on the show. So it's always up to you guys. And, at this point right now, like I said, I'm here because I want to make sure that you guys have a place to be, a place to, consider, that home away from home live stream space that you can come to and feel yourself and be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to speak your mind and tell us what you feel when you talk to us in this here space, because this live stream is for you guys to have as a present from myself to you, so you guys can be here to, enlighten others, just as I have tried to do with this show by enlightening others through my streams and them constant video streams that I have, being that this is
at @PDBands122 BPM.
now our third season, and we just keep moving, we keep going on to do more things, we keep pushing for more things, and I just hope that everybody understands that this is where we're going to be moving, and it's only going up from here, because I'm just going to keep trying to continue to build on the investment that I'm making here with the show, and keep doing more things for you guys, to keep building up more things, you know what I'm saying, for everything to be this place that you want to come to, you want to enjoy yourself on, you want to be having that feeling of welcome, you know what I mean, when you step into this room, this live stream. I'm all for it, man, and like I said, I appreciate any and everybody that taps in, tunes into the show. I'm hopefully having a few guys coming through here soon, maybe later on this week. So if any of you guys are, like I said, there's still availabilities. There are plenty of you guys that are out here. I know you're hardworking artists, but if you got something that you would like to say as far as letting the people, your fans, your listeners, your followers, the people that love what you do, hear that in-depth something about you, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Tell me something, and we'll take it and put it out here for the people to see, so that the world knows who the real artist is behind the music that they love. You know what I'm saying? One thing I've always strived myself on as an artist is continuously considering the fact that being a realistic person means that sometimes you may have to,
Page 6 of 101.
step on toes.
TM, Kill It B10.
Certain things like that, you know what I mean? It may not be always the easy way to do shit. It's never always that, there's always something else involved, you know what I'm saying? But the way I see it is, nothing is impossible if
Double tap to activate. Actions available. Please tap with 3 fingers to
you
do it.
recognize that, it takes you putting in the work. You know? So
Expanded. Next song. Button. Double tap to activate. Crapsol Type
But,
guitar and guitar instrumental 2018.
that's kind of where I'm looking at everything right now for what it is now. It's one of those situations where I'm just like catching all of this stuff to get my mind, put in a better place. Continue to, broadcast streams where I'm enlightening minds and giving people, personal tidbits of conversation about like just little things that I feel, if not are important to me, are important to others. That the word be out, or that these things get out, so that nobody is left in the dark. You know what I mean? Because too many times in our lives already, we are seeing like people say one thing and do another, or we're seeing things where people are smiling, these grins of joy in your face, like they have your back, and they're so quick as soon as you turn to stab you. So you got to look into the fact that we are in a situation in our lives right now, in this particular point in time, where anything can happen. And one thing I know for sure, I believe in my heart that, you know, if I tell my side or tell what I feel is the truth, if not to myself on these drive streams, to you guys to hear, somewhere down the line that message will be met. You know what I'm saying? And I just hope that it's met in peace and love. You know what I'm saying? Because in all reality, man, all I'm doing is trying to give everybody the honest to God truth. So not only does that help to absorb the distress of what's going on, but figure out the better solution instead of these negative attributes that come along with these issues that we already possess. You know what I'm saying? So just keep getting things into a whole new perspective. You know what I'm saying? I realized like something new today. Like, you know, I wasn't an advocate Troy Ave listener until I realized that the brother went through some shit. He been through some shit. You know, it's not easy being an independent artist and realizing that part of his career and making it the way he did. I have a whole new respect for what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? As an artist. Not still a fan of his music, however, but hell, you know, go do your thing, bro. Got his bag. He getting respect from the industry heads. People love what he's doing. They respect what he's doing. He also, as comes everything else from originality and authenticity, you know what I'm saying? There comes hate. There comes envy. There comes jealousy. You know what I mean? All of these things make a dangerous brew. You know what I'm saying? Which inevitably is why the brother, you know, unfortunately got, you know, shot and shit. But she's not dead, but it's just a point. You know what I'm saying? These things happen because people can't control their emotions and find ways to motivate themselves to do better for themselves. Instead, they get mad at you for doing better than they are. And they try to pull you down, or they try to make you feel lower than them. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have to feel so neglective of their own misfortunes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's how a lot of people do nowadays, and you notice it more now than ever.
DJ King 1 on yours 86.
You know, we have so many issues that we're looking at that are on our tables at this time. You know? Most of us are looking at the fact that cost of everything is going up, no matter how we look at it. You know, whether you just got a pay increase and your rent went up, or, you know, you're making more money, but everything that's out here that you want to see, that you want to have in life is more expensive. It's like, I was just listening to a statistic about mortgage in the housing market. It's like, at one point, the housing market was like 5 times the average cost of the income of normal people. That shit is now 7 times the average annual cost of any American citizen in this country making average pay. And that's the crazy part about it. It's even at the minimum, the new now minimum that they wanted to, you know, boast so braggadociously about giving up. it still is not enough. There are still people that are out here having to work 2 and 3 jobs just to pay their rent. See what I'm saying? Another scenario that weighs in a lot closer to the situation was an incident where a lady was confronted by her landlord after he decided he was going to jack up her rent to market value, or to try to jack it up to what market value was. Market value was offering $2,500. He says he wanted her to pay $22,000. She was already paying $1,100 a month. That's insanity. It's crazy. And I'm telling you, this is renters having to deal with these costs. That doesn't have anything to do with the housing market itself. See what I'm saying? So we're talking a whole nother ballgame. But it's just like from a microcosm to a macrocosm. So much. And it's just so extravagant, a blowout, that it's just not making no sense. You know, going through so much right now, you know. No way for relief. Condolences to the lost loved ones and families that are suffering through that tremendous 7.8 earthquake that took place over in Turkey and Syria. It's devastating right now, man. Everything is devastating right
now. Page 9 of 101.
Thank you.
20. Absolutely. Happy to help. 7:20 p.m. Windows System UI.
I'm gonna smoke some dank and think about it. Oh yeah. Okay. Whoa. If it's one thing I do say, that damn resin, boy. Good God, that shit be hit. But it's a lot. It's a lot. I know. It's a lot. I know. And when you think back, especially on this live stream, and you listen to everything I was saying from earlier to now, it's just like
7:22.
We have so many things going on in our world right now. Our country is falling apart as the United States, and it's internal situations because we have rich people who don't care about the people that they have working for them, or the people that they know are less fortunate than them. And instead of looking for solutions to make things better for these kinds of people, so that we can find, a way to all equalize ourselves and get to a level of normality for all of us, where working doesn't have to take on a situation where you feel like at the end of work you're going to die working.
Page 10 of 101.
You know?
Free rap instrumental by Flawless Tracks. Egos. 7:23.
Because as we sit here and we talk about working, especially as an American citizen, you're working, and then you turn around and have to worry about people saying things like, the House wants to pass a bill to cut your Social Security retirement. Oh no, they're not gonna take it. They just want to put it in some little some little crypto marketing thing, you know, not caring about the fact that the market goes up and down every day. It is like your value could be on top at one point and then rock bottom out, and most of the people who do receive and would receive benefits might walk away with all of nothing.
724.
Because these are risks that these markets take when they deal, when they do what they do. And who the hell knows what they're doing with our money, with the American citizens' monies, if they do these things, if they put this in effect. See what I'm saying? So there's so many things going on. You know what I mean? Like there's all of these different situations. You see what I'm saying? We just had estimated. Well, I thought I heard like over 700 people in just the first month of the year. This ain't even the second week. It's over 700 people there. This is fucking crazy. This shit is getting to be extreme. We're seeing mothers losing their children. We're seeing people having to bury loved ones that should never have been caught up or even killed in the manner that they were. And none of this is right. Yet when we, as the people of this country, are suggesting change, speaking change, asking our voters, our elected officials, so we call them, to speak out on our behalf for change from these injustices and these insociable situations, we end up finding ourselves being sold down the river by a bunch of big pockets. And all they want is more money. And it's crazy. To the people that sit here, we watch these things. I mean, to some of us, y'all don't even probably pay attention to news like I have over my last 5 years. Over just the last 6 years, 7 to 7, almost 8, 9, it's probably 9 years. Over the last 8, 9 years, I've done more studying, I've done more strategic listening into the ridiculous politics that is our country at this point right now for long enough a time to understand why we are here. On top of seeing the fact that shit that we're here for has nothing to do with the betterment of this country. The only thing it does is extinguish the lower end of this country and leave the high ups. Because at this point right now,
727.
It was said that at one point, if every American minority, if we just start there, if the minorities of this country, right, decided to take their dollar and go elsewhere, or don't even spend it in American establishments, you do realize that this would ultimately cause a disruption in the economy, a hard, critically hit situation, because majority of, not only just majorities, but specifically the black community with its 13 and 5%, they definitely spend a lot in the economy. And I can guarantee you, if just that 13.5 stops for maybe even just one day, you would see a difference, and you would hear the people who want you to continue to spend that dollar. You would hear the proposals. We would hear so much.
Page 11 of 101.
See, my thing is, this is when we get to a point where we need to, you know, sit down with the leaders of our black caucus, the ones who stand before these congressmen and women who have the leverage of voice, and continue to get them to make that stride, that push for our excellences. So, cause I don't see this taking place without us having to push for it. And I'm not saying get violent, but violence is only something that is a means to an end when necessary. And I mean absolutely necessary. For the most part, what I'm looking at right now is we need to establish our leverage, speak to the points of our leverage in this country as people, to demand our leverage be equalized amongst the rest of the country, because it just does not fit the stature of equalities given. You feel me? Because we have way too much going on. Way too much going on for any of this to be taking place right now. You know? Any of it. I was going to check and make sure there wasn't nothing going on over there. I was like, I'm hearing things. I'm hearing things. So yeah, like, you know, that's where I'm at with it. You know, I'm really just like making my point making the point known at this point. You know what I mean? Because I kind of want people to understand this is a lot of this holds a lot of importance, not just for me. You know what I mean? It holds a lot of weight in a sense of it's something that people really need to pay more attention to. You know what I'm saying? Be more proactive in and seek better solutions. You know what I'm saying? Because if we're still here in 2023, after Pac said in the 90s that they got money for war but can't feed the poor, and they literally just sent over 810 billion, like it was nothing, fam. 850 billion on a space on defense alone, on our defense. 847 billion on our defense. On our defense budget. But there's no money for fucking people. There's no money for people on the low end. Prices are too high. People who get food stamps only get $200 a month for individuals. We're talking about people who are still sleeping on the streets or in shelters. That even if they are asserted that does nothing. You do realize that the average person who even gets food stamps commits to buying the worst food in the market, because all the rest of that shit is expensive as fuck. And if you don't have a home, how do you cook? So you're forced to eat junk food, chips, soda, sub, you know, like all this other stuff that you get from food or from the corner stores and stuff, unless you have a place to cook. So it's like you go through so much. And I look at the whole critical situation as a whole when we talking about this, because there's so many of us out here that are at risk of being outside in that area. Like some of us are literally one check away from it. You know what I mean? And all it takes is a layoff or a bad work week where you didn't make enough, and these things could turn to the worst. Like, so this is what the problem really consists of, where we have these situations. We also have, on the other hand, businesses that consistently are in control of how things come off. We're allowing corporations to hike up their prices for whatever they're selling, whether it be an essential something or a non-essential, and that is in turn putting the American people and the people in the world in difficult situations as far as holding to stability, which should be corporal. It should be corporal when it comes to a government who claims to have so much of a care for its people. So personally, myself, I get annoyed when I hear a congressman or a senator or any politician for that matter that speaks on levels of saying things on behalf of us. Because when they say these things, they say these things on behalf of people like me and you. And half of the shit they're saying is a lie. And if you see it and I see it, how the fuck is we gonna accept it? Why the fuck is we accepting? It don't make sense. These are the times when all of that talk about not caring about what elections are and what they don't do and what they care, who they stand for and who they don't stand for, what they do for you and what they don't do for you. You, as a person, need to understand the process that this country developed in an effort to try to mediate civility in this country. But at the same time, people have misused, because it's not the system that is failing. The system is working fine. It is the people that are using this system that are using it to create failure or to create devastation in places that only affect these people and allow them the better benefits. So that poses an issue. Do we want to be controlled by a country of people that don't give a fuck and will do whatever? As we've seen, these folks don't give a fuck and will deliberately put you in shit that literally has nothing to do with us. Now, are we gonna do that, or are we gonna find something else? We're gonna find something better that's gonna save us, that's gonna protect us, that is going to make sure that we, as citizens of this country who are trying to protect ourselves and the people like us, don't get our minds twisted on the thought that a leader is speaking for us all the time. And I ain't gonna say all, because I can respect the Bernie Sanders. I can respect the Alexander Ocasio-Cortez. I can respect the Ilhan Omar. I can definitely respect the Katie Porter, as well as Elizabeth Warren. But the point really stands on the fact that with only so few of these voices in elected office at this point, that's not enough when we have a House right now that sits at almost over 500 people. And its majority is now currently on the bad side of the track, so to speak. On top of different situations, man, because there's so many different things. Like, we're hearing proposals from Congress people on their little outing interviews talking about shit like cutting Medicaid. Yo, I know people that actually work that get Medicaid. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you serious? Like, you do realize that's not good, especially when health insurance is near and near for a person who doesn't have a job, say working at a fucking uh establishment that offers medical health insurance. So you got to understand that there's all these different things. Hell, McDonald's damn sure ain't one of them motherfucking establishments. I'll tell you that now. Hell, you got to be putting time in with them to even get elected for any of that. So me personally, I'm considerate of the fact that this world we living in right now is facing
15 and 101.
a turning
Flight
point.
master 870 BPM.
And the question now becomes, do we allow these people in control of our cities, our towns, our states, to continue to trample all over us, whether it be through police brutalities, unjust legal actions from legislative elected officials who are dismissing the concerns of their constituents and making legislative laws that are in turn turning on their citizens to make them more angry at what they are doing and what is going on in their city and town, state. You see what I'm saying? There's so many different things. You see what I mean? Like, that's going on out here. And I feel like right now, as a person, maybe it's because I've been watching my news this morning. And I've been watching the news this morning. It got me geared up on this stuff. You know what I mean? But I watch the news every day, and this is the first time I've actually felt the need to express a more charged approach on this conversation about how I feel about our politics. You know what I mean? Or our government in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so many different things going on out here. You know what I mean? And I'm not one to tell it and keep it on a level where I feel like it shouldn't, you know what I mean? When shit go down, it shouldn't be said. Because some of this shit just stupid. And it just don't make no damn sense. When you got a governor in Florida that's telling little girls that if they want to play sports, they have to know your every menstrual cycle. Damn, I'm about ready to go down to Florida my damn self and kick off in Santos ass. This nigga tripping. Like, that sound fucking crazy. I got aunties, cousins, all that down there in fucking Florida, bro. What the fuck wrong with you? Like, this sound like some petty shit. This sound like some real pedophilic shit. And this nigga talking about other shit. I mean, come on, fam. Like, first and foremost, like, a step too far is the fact of understanding that in this country, in this world, we have people who live a certain lifestyle, and because they are not bothering nobody, there is no reason to violate their freedoms. So for you who think that fucking a person who is not hetero or interested in the opposite sex or whatever the circumstance that makes you think that this person should be looked at differently, I beg you to think again, because there's people out here in this country and in this world that live under such traditional rules and also violate them all in the same breath. Okay, we literally still have a sitting congressman on the House floor who is an alleged, I have to say this because it's not something that's still going on in court, but he is an alleged sex trafficker who also decided to vote no on a bill that would be more harsher on culprits caught sex trafficking. One of few who voted no. Think about that. And I'm not gonna call his name because I don't give that nigga props for nothing. He's a fucking sick person. Just saying. And he thinks he's so super cool. But that's his issue. So it's just like I said, man, we got so many different things going on out here. And my best proposal for all of this is just we have to figure this out and start somewhere. And we have to find the starting point that we all can agree on to move forward and just keep this for the betterment of our children, our children's children, so that they have a world to come into. This doesn't work if we don't put it together, if we don't all put it together, because as you can see, it ain't getting no better outside. We just went from negative degree weather to like almost 40 degrees. It's like 82. It was 82 degrees today in Miami. I'm just saying. We literally just went from freakishly cold fucking weather to damn near summer heat in a matter of a morning. Did anybody not notice that part? This is terribly, eclectically a situation that we really need our smartest and brightest on to fix this, because this is not a situation of us sitting around and waiting on somebody to just stop and hit a button and push and everything stop. This is not that. This is something that we have to continue to invest in and keep investing in if we want to save and keep our world. And it's something that I said recently. I've said this in one of my songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, the world is spinning and she needs us to keep living because we are the reason why she's dying. We take from this planet every day. Every day. And for years on years of years, centuries and thousands of times of years, we've taken from this country, from this planet, from this earth, from what we can gather, whether from the word, from the ground or from the sea. And this is taking its toll. This is what it means to have things taking their toll. People are tired. The world is getting tired. Only the fact of the matter is, unlike people, I should say, when the world get tired, we all go. So I'm just saying, man, like we got to do something if we want to continue to, keep enjoying life like we are. Somebody's got to be out here willing to do the work, to put down, the renewing ground, because with all of this advancement that we keep putting out, we keep taking so much from what the planet has already given us. I don't know, call me a nature freak, tree hugger, whatever the fuck you want to, but I'm just being responsible, and I believe that as human beings in this world, it is our responsibility to take care of this planet, because she gave us the ability to live here, to be here, to hear these things that we hear outside of the noise of the wind, or wolves and bears and dogs and cats that creep around, with squirrels and raccoons and muskrats and all these other different unique animals we think are pests and rodents and all these other fucking things, but we don't pay attention to the significance of their creation. You know what I'm saying? Like, respectfully, I'm a person who believes human beings and animals, though they come together, do not supposed to react together, supposed to interact together. I'm sorry. Respectfully, I got no problem with cats. I got no problem with dogs. But I'm just saying that ain't gonna make me go grab a damn deer. I go grab a fucking lion from the fucking wood, from the fucking wilderness in fucking Africa, some damn where, and bring it over here to fucking live with me and be friends and shit. I'm good. Same thing I wouldn't do with a damn alligator. I know what the fuck go down with them niggas. I'm good. Sit my happy ass down. Fuck it. Respectful. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just really being the type of person that's telling you how what I feel. I have respect for what God has created, the nature of an animal, primal, core, at the core. But man is different, made different, texturized different. Therefore, we live different. So, in that causation of understanding and having conscious of self and understanding, we have to develop as well a barrier that not only protects us but protects the rest of the world. The planet has to continue, but we have to continue on in the planet as if to not disrupt the natural orders. So all of these, construction corporations or big construction drilling corporate companies that want to cut down rainforests for drilling projects, and all of these different ridiculously stupid ideas that go against the total nature of what we are already doing. We're pulling dead fossil fuels that have turned to oil. Oh, it's a petroleum. It's a beautiful thing. It turned these fossil fuels, and we're gonna dig them up no matter where they are. We're gonna claim them, and we're gonna drill. We're gonna use them to drive around and motorize all these different things, but not realize how much of a devastation you are doing. It's like taking a needle, sticking it in your veins, and instead of putting something in it, you're taking blood out, and you're just continuing to do so. So imagine what would happen to you, or how you would feel if that happened. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die. Only in this case, if this planet decides to die, it's not gonna do what the normal human being does to die. It's gonna fall. It's gonna implode. Meaning it's going to explode inside out. So I'm just looking at what's obvious, and tomorrow, next day, day after that, they're not promised. And all I can think of is like, how can we make action now when we're so far behind as it is? You know what I mean? But I know for a fact that if we continue to believe that if we do something now and never give up on that thought, continuing to fight like Gretchen Whitmore, like Greta Thunberg, I'm sorry. She is obviously someone of a true replication to, show solidarity and salute to. Because I mean, honestly, truthfully, in this day and age, we really have a number of people that see the problem. They want to do something to change, but they notice that the numbers are thinner than they are people that don't care and don't want to, or just don't understand. And normally people fear what they don't understand. So when you don't hear it enough, or you don't get a clearer transparency on what it is, it becomes something that you don't want to deal with because you don't care to deal with something that you're afraid of or you don't understand. And I get it. Like, it's certain things I don't understand. Shit, I don't understand why people believe, I don't understand why people believe that aliens never existed when We live in a galaxy, billions on billions and trillions on trillions of stars, infinite space. You found several planets, even looking through your telescope, that resemble replications of life on a planet, or similarities to a planet that would host life. So what would make you think that we don't have that out there? It's just we can't reach that out there. Traveling that far would probably cost us 1,000 lives, 100 lives, 5 generations, 20 generations. It could be civilizations later on a ship in the middle of nowhere and nothingness before you find civilization or the planet that is nearest to our civilization. That's all I'm saying. Because we have so many curious minds, you know what I'm saying, that are worried about other places outside of the planet Earth. And this is something that really distracts me. It really throws me. You know, said this in a rhyme earlier, you know, in the song, you know. They trying to lead this planet. Like, it's a lot of people that's really considering that option, bro. Like, it's crazy. We live in a world where there's people that are actually talking about leaving Earth. Take a seat and think about that shit. First, we were only excited to get out there and see what was out there. Now we want to leave. These niggas is actually talking about creating colonies, knowing that it's gonna take them literally 4 years to travel. It's just crazy. This is absolutely crazy, and you gotta realize that costs. That if everything else costs, why the fuck wouldn't that? Let's just put it like that. So instead of focusing on the ways we could take this planet and rekindle the life force that is what this planet really needs, which is continuous nurturing of years of neglect and misuse. Instead, we just want to leave and think that traveling 4 years away is going to save us from what could happen later, or what could start something evolutionary. Because here's the thing, it just seems so nonchalant the way they're trying to set it up. First off, I'm just keeping a buck with you, because it does not sound like they are concerned about anything else. Because I'm sorry, I don't know if you noticed this shit, but do you see anybody doing anything about shit going on out here in these streets? Like, it's a bunch of people out here that's doing wild, weird shit. Some of these folks are getting away with it. There's been reports going out in cities across, in several states across the country, where people are just taking to the fucking power plants and trying to shut down whole generators to cities, disrupting the natural order. There was an attempt earlier this last month, I believe I heard it was, or so, over New Year's Eve or something. No, that was probably said. That was another story I'm merching up. I'm trying to mesh up with this one, but it was said that the person who attempted this tried to take out Baltimore City's major generator for its black community. Ironic. How funny. It's just funny how, like, all of these things take place and you know, you start hearing a little crazy shit. And I'm one of those people, like, that's why I said that shit, man. I was like, wait a minute. I don't remember no damn critical race theory shit. You fucking folks are talking crazy shit right now. And here's the part that I'm not understanding. If they're saying that what they've been eliminating is critical race theory, but all they keep saying is no to black icons or people from history who made significant marks in history. Something that we would want to remember to understand the ways of our culture as a society in this country. You know, most people don't even realize that this country is still steeped in racism, even through its social construct called the government, the system that governs this country. See what I'm saying? There are plenty of laws that, you know, they have out here that really just put people of a certain particular in a bad situation almost all the time. Just saying. I mean, we have to start looking at some of this stuff, though. That's all I'm saying. It's like so many different things we see in our day, you know, tends to bring us different things every day, but we learn that the one constant out here is people and the ways of people. You know, even though everybody's not a good guy, everybody's not a bad guy, but we also have a bunch of people that are out here standing by, and that's just as good. That's just as bad, and it ain't good because we, at this point in our time, we need more action and less stability and less stagnation. You know what I'm saying? Continue wherever you are, wherever you go, to be proactive. I say that to everybody because I know, you know, it's not easy to do. You know, it's not easy to do, but it's just something that really needs to be done, and not just in this country of America. It just needs to be done all over the world because people are dying at enormous rates, and most of it is not of natural causes. A lot of this is starting to take place due to violence in our world that is just unexplained violence. People not rationally understanding that all it really takes is speaking and having to sit down. People these days don't know what that means anymore because we've lost touch with each other. So I just feel like we need to get back to that. And if we ever want to go back to anything, we should get back to a point where we can all sit down. If we go back to anything, because we never had a point where we all sat down and we're on one message cord. So look at that part. For all of you Make America Great Agains. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it. And then maybe you did, but kudos to you for that. It didn't go out so well for me. It didn't shake so well for my people. So respectfully, fuck your thoughts if you don't understand where mine are. I'm just saying. But I speak on this whole situation because I respectfully understand the nature of what it means to mend somebody, or to mend or make amends for something that you did that was completely wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy. It's not always, you know, a successful run, but it is needed to acknowledge fault and take accountability for that fault. and then try and in any way necessary, try to reconcile. This should be the way of the world. With all of these Christian people out here screaming God first and this and that, none of these people follow these values. God helps people. God helped you. Hell, God sent his son to you and you killed him. This was the issue. This was the entire issue the entire time. And if things like that can happen, you already know that there's that humanity does not have a lot of time to map out his shit, man. People need to really start working on themselves and cleaning up the shit that they've started. See what I'm saying? Because we're in a situation right now where that shit's about to run, your time's about to run out. But
Windows 4 p.m. Windows.
it's time for me to get out of here, y'all. I'm just speaking my mind. I'll check y'all Tuesday for Talk About It Tuesday. Y'all come see what's up. Come see me later on and check me up. Tell me what's up with you. See what's up with you. We'll have a conversation about it in a few. Let me know what topics you want to talk about before we get the show started tomorrow. And we might be talking about something you want to talk about. So hit me up. Check you later. Peace. Motivation Monday. We down. My bad, y'all. I ain't mean I done over talked and all kind of shit. Well, hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? It's all love here. I'm just telling y'all how I feel. I'm telling y'all what I know is love. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people out here that speak love and don't know love for real. Because love is unconditional, right? And it takes a lot to be a person of conditional love. You know what I'm saying? Not easy. And truth be told, you know, it's not often something you see. So know that. But peace and blessings, y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know my YouTube, Facebook folks. Y'all my peoples, man. I fuck with y'all. Twitch. So that's why I took a little bit more time to hop in and chop it up with y'all. But yo, we out of here. Talk about it Tuesday tomorrow. So come through with a topic. Drop it in the DMs over on Discord, or you can drop it over on Facebook, IG, if you're over there. So peace, y'all. We out.
101.